Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. In this video, we're going to be doing a real talk about a conversation between a guy and a girl. The girl asked the guy that she was dating if she could borrow $20 for her children's field trip. He told her no, and it caused an argument, and the screenshots were shared, and there's controversy over it.
The first message basically starts out with, I need $20. And he says, $20 to do what? And she was like, my kids have a field trip tomorrow. They ain't telling me till today. He was like, ah, damn, SMH. Well, they just have to not go, babe. They told you too late. Wow, so you can't give me $20? Babe, you're going to have to ask the kids' fathers first, that kind of stuff. And she puts the laughing face emoji. You know what? I don't want to talk to you no more. And he goes, oh, okay, then it was fun while it lasted, but me giving you money will never work unless you're my wife. I'm sorry, you got 3 kids and 2 fathers for those kids. Those men got to give you money for that, sweetie. And she was like, I asked a favor for something you can get back. Just leave me alone. And he was like, if you had asked me for $20, I doubt you were going to pay me back. You said, and I quote, wow, so you can't give me $20. That means you ain't borrowing. You want me to give the money and not expect it back. And that's not me. I do not give people my money. Sorry. And no problem. I'll leave you alone because you're mad at me for the wrong. Direct that energy to the kids' fathers. Contact them kids' fathers and get the money from them. And she said, clearly I was wrong. Their dad don't have it, so I figured I'd ask you, but it's cool. You're selfish and mean, but want what you want. I know it's their dad's responsibility. First I asked them. I'm mainly a single mom. It's cool. I'll get it because when it comes to my kids, I'll make a way. I'll borrow from someone. Sweetie, their dads have $20. Tell them to pay for the kids to go on the trip. And if it's too late, then stop stressing yourself out. They just won't go on the trip, and that's okay. There'll be plenty of other trips in the future.
I'm assuming they've been dating for a while. And if I'm dating a guy and I've been talking to this guy for a while and I can't ask him for help, like help me by loaning me $20 because I'm in an emergency situation, then that really shows me for future reference that I can't depend on you. It wasn't really a reason to stop talking, but it's like, as a single mom,
she made the decision. He didn't make the decision.
I know, and I can tell he cared because he tried to continue to explain.
Right.
But at the same time, it's like you can't loan that girl $20 or you can't pull up to help her if her tire is flat. Then y'all don't need to be having sex because now it's like if she gets pregnant by you, are you gonna give her $20 then? And then that's your
See, but now we're going into a different situation.
We are, but that's the mindset. Listen though, that's the mindset because I already have kids. So it's like if I can't depend on you. For me, it's not even about my kids. I'm asking you, can I borrow $20 because I need it? Don't worry about what it's for.
No.
Don't worry about what it's for.
But once you said what it was for, it wasn't a need. It was a want. That's the difference. Okay. You're asking for something that is luxury. We're not even in the situation of you needing something that's life or death. Had she said it was something life or death, I need $20 to make it to work, or I need $20 to keep the lights on to make sure the kids can eat, I'm sure it would have been different. Because
maybe not.
Maybe not. It's
he might have
said
death. The same thing though. He might have said you need to ask that.
And if he did, then that's a completely separate situation. And the result that came in perfectly fine. But for a field trip, for something that was luxury and treated as luxury, and for them to care so little about it as to mention it last minute, I'm sorry, they can miss it. Because next time it rolls around, you'll be that much more urgent to bring that permission slip home and to make sure that whatever envelope you need for that $20 is given to mom early.
She probably would have asked their dad first or asked, relatives first before asking him. And if she asked him, it was because she needed it, not from a using perspective. I was a single mom. I had a father for my son that I couldn't ask for $20 and expect it most of the time. And so if I'm courting somebody and we're dating, you're taking me out, we're talking, we're spending time together, you want my body, and we're going in that direction of dating, it's a true test in my eyes if I ask you for $20. And yes, the amount means something to me because $20 is not a lot. So if I really don't have it and I'm asking you for $20 and you do have it and you tell me I can't, you need to ask their dad, that would make me feel a type of way because I feel like, if I've been dating you, I've already told you the situation with their dads. And it's not that I didn't ask. They said no, and my children want to go on this trip with school, and I'm just trying to do something for them. It's not your responsibility, but because you like me and you can help me, I would think you should help me. But if you're not willing to help me, it kind of shows me your perspective about where we are. You know, basically we're acquaintances or we're friends. But then again, we're not friends because, you know, with friends, I feel like if you have like close friends and you were in that situation, you could call on a friend and say, hey, friend, I need $20 for my daughter's trip. Can you help me out? And if the friend really had it, they would do it. They wouldn't say, girl, you need to ask their daddy because I ain't their daddy. But then on the other side, I can see where he's like, I don't want to open up a pattern of her thinking that she's going to ask me to just be dishing out money for things when we're not at that level. I don't know.
My perspective is different, and I go back and I look at the very first thing he said was that she said they asked at the last minute. He said, well, looks like they can't go. That was where an issue was started. He basically set a precedent of, like my parents did when I was younger. You wait till the last minute to ask for something, you might not have it. That's not a precedent you can set. Nobody else you can't go to anybody else and do that, friend or not. And I felt like that was something in that role I stood in it. I had no problem backing that up because that's real. If they waited till the last minute and they knew about it, then guess what? That's them being lackadaisical, and that's you probably haven't done that before, and them knowing that they can come to you and do it, and you gonna bend over backwards and give it to them, and you're setting a bad precedent for the kids. That's one. Two, once he said, well, it looks like I can't go, she got mad and she said, oh, well, it's just $20. First of all, whether it's $20 or $2, that's not for you to sit up here and to regulate how much he should be able to give you just because it's a menial amount. If it was such a menial amount, you should have been able to come up with it, or as friends, family, whomever, before you got back to him, if it's just a measly $20. But there was a level of respect that was missing there too, because he sat up here and he made a decision, like you would say, as a father or as a parental figure that you're asking him to be in that situation to give out money. He gave you a parental answer. And that parental answer wasn't good enough because he wasn't giving you exactly what you wanted at the moment. You asked and their dads can't get it, so why is it so bad on me now that I can't give it? The kids wait till the day before to ask when they probably knew about it well in advance and didn't come to you about it. Or if they came to you about it, you didn't come to me about it in enough time. So now instead of me having time to plan and move stuff around, I'm just supposed to give you $20 at the drop of a dime. Whether I had it or not, we're not going to set that precedent.
I can respect that. However, when they began to argue about it, he says, I'm not going to give you money if you're not my wife. Why would you date a woman with kids anyway if you have that perspective about I can't loan you money or I can't give you money unless you're my wife? Because when you get engaged, you're going to practice for marriage. When you get in a long-term serious relationship, you're going to practice for marriage. And if you're in a dating phase, maybe you're not there yet. So you haven't even met, if you haven't met the kids, y'all aren't serious, that's one thing. But if y'all like each other enough and y'all are growing to that direction, there's going to be some point of introduction where you're going to have to start to kind of build a relationship with the kids. And when you're dating a woman with kids or a woman is dating a man with kids, it's like you have to actually date them and get to know them, but you also have to be a part of the children's life as well at some point too. So if you have an attitude already that, you know, I'm just here for you, not for them, it will never work anyway because those children are a part of her life as well.
I think it came off as, don't sit up here and give me responsibility for stuff when you're not holding other people accountable. And a lot of times what'll happen is once a father is out of a certain life, like his responsibility goes out of that window. You're not holding him accountable. So now when you have a new guy here, for some reason, the accountability you didn't give that other person to hold them to, you seem to hold this next person to. And it's not his responsibility when you're dating. The wife comment to a lot of folks won't make sense. To me, it will. It's different. We got paperwork. It's certain ties in dating that you don't have when you're married. And the thing is, in dating, at any point in time, you can get up and walk away. If she decides she can get up and walk away after
you started to display fatherly type traits.
I did, yes.
Before we got married.
Yes.
If you did not, I wouldn't have married you.
I
was in love with you, but you also treated my son like he was your son.
I did, yes. But here's the difference. You never pushed that.
No, I didn't.
You let that be my decision.
Correct.
The difference is a lot of women are not going to allow that to be a decision. They're not letting him make the decision.
So from a single mom perspective, let me say this. She is going to hold the next man accountable, just like, for example, let's take kids out of it. You dated someone before me.
Right.
I dated someone before you.
Right.
Everybody that I dated, I learned something from.
Correct.
Right? Okay. So, when you move forward to the next relationship, there's going to be certain things, certain patterns of behavior, certain signs, certain things that you want in your partner that your last partner did not give you, or certain things that you did not want to accept. So, for a single mom especially, single fathers as well, if you've had a baby with the wrong woman, you are not going to date certain people, or you're not going to accept certain behavior because you already went through that once. So from a single mom perspective, there is a level of accountability that you're going to have towards everybody that you date next, because you already settled or accepted less in your past. So let's not even say what he didn't or didn't do with the kids. But there is going to be a level of responsibility. And so it's like, if you accepted less, you went Dutch all the time, you didn't mind, giving guys money because you were trying to prove that you were not, trying to use that guy. And it turned out that you kept getting guys that were trying to use you. Or you gave up sex early because you were like, it's just sex. I'm not going to, try to put a rule on how long I need to wait. But you realize that he didn't take you seriously. You change certain things because you want somebody that is there for you. So what happens is, after having kids and it not working out, your mindset changes. So it's not that you're trying to make this man be their kid's father, but you're just trying to see, like, am I having somebody that I can rely on if I have a situation? Now, you're right. There is a precedent. If you loan money out, then guess what? I've even seen that with friendships. If you loan money out to a person, they think, oh, well, she gave it to me last time, I'm going to ask her again. So maybe he was trying to say, I don't want you to set a precedent that you can ask me for money. The point is, maybe she felt like, we're getting to a point where, I can trust you and I can ask you. I'm being vulnerable enough to tell you what's going on. And I'm already embarrassed about needing $20 because it's only $20. But maybe I don't get paid until next week. And I'm asking you because I don't want my kids to miss out.
But some of the times you're going to hear no. It don't mean he want to be there any less for you. That mean the answer is no. It's no different. It's no different. The thing of, you expected, because he had a certain role, he's automatically supposed to do. No different than, like you just said, the precedent of if a woman has dealt with a guy who hasn't been a certain thing. No different with a guy if you've dealt with a woman where you've literally gave and gave. Guess what? When you come in this next one, you're not going to give as much. Certain things are going to be earned. The way you start out that text message, or at least the way it was screenshotted, was I need $20.
Yeah.
You didn't lay out the whole situation. You just said I need $20.
Yeah.
So now, okay, you're saying I need $20.
It's almost like a city girl mentality.
And now it's, oh, well, I need $20, and then, well, what do you need it for? Oh, well, the kids asked me last minute for a field trip. Now, as a parent, what did you say to them before you came to me about them asking you last minute? Because now that's looking at me as, if we go further, you're going to let that happen. And now, if you're saying, looking at me, because I'm not giving you $20, guess what? You're not respecting the fact that this is certain money and there's a certain precedent I might be trying to say. So now, it's like you said, the city girls mentality, pay me and move on. Okay, let me move on. You might still be in the same situation where he ain't doing what he's supposed to do, he ain't doing what she's supposed to do, you still need $20. Now, guess what? If we had earned that respect and earned that trust later on down the line, that you respected what I was saying now, guess what? Later on down the line, there might be enough trust to give you way more than $20. But what did you cut off right now for $20 and not respecting my point of view because these were your kids?
I think both of them could have handled it a little better. I feel like both of them overreacted. Share with us in the comments if y'all agree with the young lady that was a part of this conversation, or the gentleman, or if you agree with some of both. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.